come to you.
Okay, cool. Okay, I didn't put my makeup on. Powder on. Well, let me do this. Can I see what I look like? No?
Oh, they may be playing football, and the crowd is yelling, kill the referee. But no matter what the score, when the clock strikes 4, everything stops for tea.
Hi, and welcome to Spill the Tea, the show for British expats and everybody that loves all things British. Now, at this point, usually... Oh, by the way, this is all out of whack today. This week, we've got the weekly update. We have Mary Wilson on the show.
Oh.
Just...
I'm on the show?
You will be.
Oh, my God. I didn't
You
know
will
I
be.
was on.
We've got Darren Heyman, our immigration specialist, and I don't know, what do we got, BFF? Yes. Guys, you have no idea what's been going on to get to this point today. But usually I would have handed over to Sam by now, and she would have done that point. But she's a little under the weather today, and we found that out fairly late last night. So I was thinking, you know, who would be someone that would be able to stand in for Sam and really be at the same kind of level, the same kind of gravitas, if you will. And you're looking at me very confused.
Well, because I haven't put my makeup on yet. Oh, my God.
That's all right.
On? Oh, my God.
We're on.
All my British friends. Hi, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, again.
You called me just a few minutes ago.
I did. I did.
Is my lipstick on okay?
Yes, it looks beautiful.
I didn't put my powder on. Oh, my God.
No, you carry on. You carry on. Do your thing.
Okay.
I
got to put some powder on because, you know, this is natural color, but still it needs a little, you know, touch up.
Yeah, so...
Ladies know what I'm talking about. Okay.
So our co-host for today is Mary Wilson.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Yes,
okay.
indeed. And actually, he tried getting in the host seat a couple of weeks ago, and it didn't work. So eventually, you got here.
Well, I won't say that I love Sam, but I may have had something to do with that. No, I'm only kidding.
Oh,
okay,
my
there
goodness.
you go. All right, hi.
So yes, so welcome to the show.
Wait a minute, just a second. Excuse me, just a second.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
You see, you're doing the right thing.
Oh yeah.
I actually have mine right here. I took it off just before the show, and
that looks like a bikini.
It was made apparently by somebody who makes bikinis, so there is no surprise that it looks like that.
Oh my God!
You know, I must admit, every time, because I kind of keep it around my neck, like between stores or something.
You're odd. You keep that around your neck.
No, look, it.
Oh, excuse me.
It does feel a bit weird though when I'm sort of like
sure
it's
does.
to take it. Yeah, it gives a whole new meaning to the term "take it off."
Who is
Okay,
this?
so we're over here.
Hi.
So
he's young. He's cute too.
On the show today. Oh,
sorry.
Did
I interrupt you?
No, not yet.
I'm supposed to be co-hosting. Yes.
You are. You're going to be doing that part.
Oh.
But we have Darren Heyman, our immigration specialist.
Oh, Darren, you got a tan too. Where have you been?
Darren's looking very sharp today.
He is.
So he's going to be sitting sort of socially distanced, but on your side of the table when we get there. So if you've got any questions, immigration questions for Darren, pop them in the comments right now, and he'll be coming up in about 15 plus 20 minutes, maybe 4 hours. Who knows? It could be one of those shows.
Darren, do you like pink? I got pink ones for you. I got blue ones too.
Got blue?
Oh, blue matches what you have on. Okay, you can.
Oh, actually, he does have the blue
it's your
suit.
Time. I can wash it when you finish. Okay, you can't keep it because it matches an outfit. And I got this one too. I'm sorry. What are you doing?
No, you're fine. What have you? Oh, look at you. What do you got there?
This is from Detroit. All those northern
native Detroiter. Does it say?
People, you know, they'll love this. This is native Detroit.
Oh, nice. Look at that. With all the bling.
My girlfriend and my best friend, you say, in Detroit makes these for me. Native Detroiter. Oh my God.
Native Detroiter.
They're not good when you wear lipstick, okay? These
well,
masks are really helpful. Let me say this before we get started.
No, that's fine. I shall make sure
really
that's the case.
This is great, but I love the mask. But you cannot wear lipstick.
No, I will
not you.
I will not. I will. I promise I won't. Here, look,
okay, I'll let you have this show. I thought he pushed it back.
Did he push it back or push? Oh, I see. So
that's, you see like this. Oh yeah. How's that? Okay,
there you
that's
go.
Cool.
Perfect.
Oh, cool.
But thank you so much for coming in and rescuing the show.
And I because you know these freeways here in Las Vegas, honey, they're totally different.
Pretty crazy.
Put my jewels on it.
But you're actually due to be in here in a couple of hours.
I'm not
anyway.
here now.
No, you are here now.
Oh.
But you were scheduled to be here to record something.
Okay, just a second.
Else.
Bear
with us,
Hold
people.
on a second. There we go. Oh yeah. There we go. I gotta look like a star.
And look, we've got the comments. Oh, we did have the comments. I'm gonna get the comments up.
An iPad.
If you'd like to write any comments and say hi to us or to Mary, and by all means, please do go ahead. Look, I'm gonna make sure that you can see the comments.
Oh, wait a minute.
Here.
These glasses match the dress much better. Wait a minute, they're great.
All right.
Hold on, just a minute. Oh, yeah, I like these better. Okay. Can we start the show now?
Yes, let's start the show now.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to...
Oh, the main
yeah, we're not going to do that one. Let's not do that one again.
Okay.
So, all right. Are we on?
Are we on? Oh,
No,
my God. No clotted cream? What is this?
What is that?
Is this American tea or this is...
No, it's English tea, but
it
it's
is
with
English.
something weird. Can you get the... Travis, you're going to be in this show way more than you thought you were. Could you get the comments
you are,
up on there?
Travis,
Thank
you need
you.
another mask. Next time I come, I got to bring you another mask, honey, because, you got to be cute. It's, your mask is
Are you
Look
saying-
at you.
are you
I
saying
should
I'm
be
not
wearing
cute
my
right
shades
now?
as well then.
You should be. I mean,
Hi,
this
ladies.
is star time.
All right. Oh, look, there he is.
Oh, look. Oh, he looks good. See, imagine
He is.
what he
He's
has
got
on.
he's got lobster shorts and a parrot shirt on today.
It's a fit,
Okay.
It's really
Oh,
not.
cool. Look, turn the camera around so you can see it too. Oh, he's
Yes.
all
Oh,
right.
and that's good. You see the Clorox wipes in there as well. Brought to you by Clorox wipes. Not really.
Now, what is the name of the show? Spill the what?
Come on.
Spill the wine.
You know. In fact,
I mean, spill the tea.
thank you.
But the clotted cream, you promised me. I need tissue.
did.
Travis, do you have any tissue, darling?
Travis, get some tissues, darling.
Okay, thank you. I just want him to come back over here again. Let all the girls see him. See, they never see him. You should show him more often.
Well, we don't want to just scare
Honey,
them.
us girls over
too
our
much.
70s, we like to see,
Yeah,
guys.
I got you.
Okay,
I got you.
I'll give the show back to you, but I just want to, see.
Trust me, I don't
can do
actually
this.
think I want the show.
Oh,
right
look
now.
what I got.
Oh, look!
Thank
Oh,
you.
Darren's
look
there.
At that. Look what and it matches my shirt. I didn't even know
You
it.
have a Supremes bag. Look at that.
I didn't even know it matched my shirt. Check this out.
I love
Ooh,
that.
coordinated.
I love that. So
Okay.
now you guys actually
Sorry, my
did
nose is
have.
running. What?
I found a picture. You saying tea and the whole bit. I found a picture of you guys back in the day drinking
Drinking tea, sure.
Yes. Do you know that picture? The one that's
I
about
do,
to come
of
up.
course I did
That
it.
Travis
I
is
should know
going
it.
to get to,
Yeah.
and he say, there it is. Look at that.
Hey, look, we look like we have on masks, though, don't we?
Actually, it does. They're teacup masks.
We are so in time.
You're
I
like
tell
the
you.
Nostradamus of Motown.
Yes, well, something like that. Huh?
Yeah. Was that an actual?
But we were girls, though.
Yes. Not Nostradamus.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Gender is very important. Everyone was called the Chantels, the Shirelles, the Marvelettes. Everything had to be gender. You have to make sure that what you are.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
no,
so
for
people
sure.
know what you are. What were you saying again?
No, I was saying that when you were in here last, not for our show, but another time, you were doing an XM, Sirius XM
my girl
show.
group show is
You
on
doing-
now. It's on now. Sirius
it?
XM
Uh-huh.
is on now for a whole week.
We got Travis
So
back
if
for
they
you.
got, let them see there. This is Travis. We girls, we do have to get him another mask, though, don't we? Okay. All right, bye,
Yeah,
Travis.
we do.
Just want the girls to see him because they ask, who is that guy back there?
They do?
Yeah, they
I
do.
don't know anybody who's ever asked that, but
No,
fine.
well, I got
That's
a lot
fine.
of friends in London and England. And
You do?
Oh, sure.
Would you
Lee
like-
John, Lee John of the Imagination
Yes,
group?
I do know who
very,
that is.
Very dear friend of mine. In fact, he did a song for me.
It's just an illusion, you know.
Tom, yeah, right. Just an illusion. And what about it's just my imagination? Oh, that's the Temptations. But anyway, so what
Just
were
do
you saying?
Motown trivia over here.
Yeah, a lot. You'll get a lot. Oh, I can't see. These things are dark. Okay, there
Is-
you go.
is that
I
better?
can see you now.
It is warm in here. though.
What kind of sugar is this? I only have raw sugar. Next time I come, you gotta have.
Well,
some
I've got
raw.
lumps.
I
We
don't
got-
eat white
Well,
sugar.
I'm not going to show you. That's what it is then. It's sugar in the raw.
Oh, I see. Okay.
not
Sorry,
sugar
my
in the raw.
nose is running. I'm allergic to something in here. What is it?
Heat? It's 300
oh, yes,
degrees
You're
outside.
sweating.
I know.
Yeah.
Are you surprised?
I got some powder.
The way
for
this
you. Wait a
show's
minute.
going.
I got powder.
Help
for
me,
you.
people.
Here.
Hey, Mary, do me a
Here's some
favor.
powder for you, but you'll be like Kevin over there. I mean, what is your name? Darren. You'll be like Darren over there with the tan. See, it's a different.
Darren with the tan. I could
The
try
color
some of
won't
that.
work. Okay,
Mary,
let me give the show back to you. Go ahead.
No,
take
no, no.
over.
Actually, I'm going to make sure you're doing your job as the host. So usually, at this point, what we do is we go to the comments and see who's watching and who's with us today.
Oh, cool.
So you've
Let's see.
actually got.
Oh, I can look in here. Yeah.
Well, you can, are the comments up there,
It
Travis?
should be at the bottom left, Mary.
Write a comment. It says.
Oh,
Well-
no, we don't want to write one.
No, it should just be there. That's the only way I can show it to you.
I don't see. Oh, wait a minute. Spill the tea. The British Expat show.
Yeah,
no,
no, that is
that's
the
name
right
of the
show.
Okay.
The comments aren't there. Look, you can look. How about you can look at mine? There you go. So you can read a couple of those, and you can see who's with us.
I got to put my glasses on. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Good morning. Mick Burns.
So
Say
Mick's
good
with us.
morning,
Mick's
all.
one of our regulars.
Okay, Catherine A. Kellerman. Good morning, all. She says
Mhm.
no one said anything but good morning. Okay,
Well,
not,
it's very
but it's
British.
morning there.
No.
It's 6 a.m.
But we have
PM,
viewers.
I mean, right?
We have viewers from all around the world, so it's morning somewhere.
Or somewhere. Oh, well, it always is. Okay. You're funny. Okay, so what else? Nothing. Good morning. Good morning. Oh,
We're very
Elaine.
polite, the British.
Oh,
You see.
well, I know that. I've been going there for years, Kevin Flick. Hi, Kevin. How are you? I haven't seen you in a long time, guy. Good morning, peeps. Okay. Pat Ross. I know Pat.
You know Pat?
Oh, Pat. Yeah, she's been a Supreme fan for years. She said, hello, Mary. I found you. Yay. Good,
You've
good,
been
good.
found.
Mm-hmm. Then, well, I wish a guy would find me. But anyway, that's okay. Good morning, Ian and Mary, someone says.
Well, that's very nice. Who said that?
This was, good morning, this was Sandy.
Oh, Sandy Curtis.
Sandy Curtis. Curtis. How do you say that?
Curtis.
Curtis. I say Curtis.
Like,
I'm from Detroit. Curtis, like Detroit.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we say Detroit and Curtis. But
I
you
see.
say
Gotcha.
Curtis. Excuse me.
Very good.
Dawn Maxfield. Brock is watching with you. Okay.
Oh, you are watching, are you, Dawn?
Okay, and who else? Heather? Okay, Heather Gregg says, hello, love. Up before the crack of noon. Good for you.
Oh, yeah, well, very good.
Okay, is that it?
Is that it?
I think
we're
I
caught
missed
up?
someone. I missed, I missed Big Mick Burns.
Yes.
He says, good morning. No, that was somebody else. Okay.
No, we're good.
Okay, we're good. Thanks for stepping in to cover Sam. Oh, you're quite welcome. And I've got to calm down. Is Sam normally this animated? I mean, I'm very animated myself.
She's a different animated.
Oh, different. Well, yeah, that's
Yes.
what makes the world go round, right?
Exactly.
Different things. Okay.
Exactly.
Fruits and all kind of fruits. Okay, there you go.
Very good. Well,
I'll
we're
give
going
it
to have
back to
more
you.
comments. We'll have more comments, I'm sure,
Well,
as
right
the
now
show
they're
goes
just
on.
saying good morning
Well, again,
to us.
we're very
I don't know,
polite.
what am I
Very
allergic
polite.
to in here? Turn the camera off me. I got to sneeze. Sorry.
All right, well, it's back to me then. So,
Sorry, I better put my
no, you're good. You're good.
mask back
So it's
on.
been an interesting week, obviously, and it all culminates in what we're experiencing today. I actually just for the catch up, I actually got the COVID test about a week ago, just over a week ago.
I heard
and
that
everything's
thing is
fine.
hard. Don't they stick something on
They
your
do.
nose?
So I can now report back as they experience. It's pretty intense.
That's what they tell me.
Yeah.
I have not. I had my antibodies checked.
Yeah.
With blood. They
Right.
did mine through blood, and I was all cool because
Yeah.
I thought I actually had this something.
You got sick a little while ago,
I
didn't you?
did, and I had just been in Brussels. I did some sort of a female conference there with females from all over the world
Yeah.
about the injustices that women have endured throughout the years.
Right.
But anyway, when I got home, and this was like just prior to right after Christmas, actually, when
Yeah.
I came down with something, and I was sick for
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I had a gig for New Year's, and I couldn't even do
Oh,
it.
wow.
Couldn't do it
Yeah.
because I was so sick, but they canceled it anyway. And then shortly after that, I heard about this COVID-19,
Yeah.
and I'm like wondering, did I have that? And the doctor said, no, I didn't. But I mean, I thought I did.
Well, but they say they're suggesting that the antibodies don't necessarily
Yeah.
stay in your system that
Oh
long.
my
so-
God, you mean I still have it? Oh my
Well,
God.
no, but and I'm not sure. I mean, there's so many conflicting.
Well,
things
I know
going
we're
on
still
right
finding out everything. It's still
We are.
very new, but I think that, and that's why I brought on my, paraphernalia here,
absolutely.
because I
Absolutely.
think we need to be cautious until they find out exactly what's going on,
Yeah,
so that social distancing is
Yeah.
fine. Are we 6 feet? I mean, I like 6 feet.
I think we're.
I mean, 6 feet is good for me.
Yeah, no, well, there you go. We're good.
Okay.
No, I think it was definitely one of those things that was needed to be done, and I did it, and everything was fine. But
Good.
yeah, I don't think I'd want to rush to do that again.
I know they say it's painful. I mean, no one said it on TV or anything. You hear all this stuff about it, but it really, I heard is they stick this thing down your nose and it hurts, and you're like, but it's only for a second or whatever, right?
Yes.
That's what they said. So
Well, yeah, it's invasive. Yeah, 10,
totally.
10,
and they
actually.
say it hurts.
10 because they have to.
I've
swizzle
had
it around.
I've had the COVID test before as well.
Have you?
The things down my nose and stuff like that. Early, like in March, I got a fever that's unrelated to COVID. Came up negative, by the way. Yeah, it's just they take a really long Q-tip and just shove it
Yeah.
all the way down your throat.
Oh my God.
No,
Good news,
but
I
it's-
do have 2 nostrils that go to my throat. That is a positive.
No, but it's not into you. It's like backing up, isn't it?
Well, no, they actually went down. It actually goes up and then down.
Oh, I don't know about that then.
It's
Well,
flexible.
Apparently
Yeah,
so.
it-
But then
but
they do that and they go, oh, thank God for that. They go, yeah, now the other side.
Oh, they got it. Oh, they have to do both
They
sides.
have to do both
Oh
sides.
my God, kinky! I'm telling you.
It's not that kind of invasive.
Oh, but I mean that hurts. I don't want to play that game.
Well, no, not at all, not at all. Good Lord. I think we're going to actually. There is something else we do on the show every week because I have lost complete track of anything we do on the show so far this week. Bearing in mind that we sort of sat down about 8 seconds before the show
Well,
started.
why? Are you okay?
But,
you're-
I'm fine. I'm
okay.
perfectly fine. But we do this thing called Check-A-Day. Checkaday.com.
Do you receive this check at the
It
bank?
would be
or what?
nice. It would be nice if it was that kind of check. No, this is a
No check.
website called
Okay.
checkaday.com, and it tells you all the things that are happening on like public holidays and days of note on this particular day every year, as in Tuesday, July 21st,
Okay.
is National Whatever Day.
Okay.
And also it goes into what happened on this day in history.
Okay.
So this is where
Okay.
we've just started to say it's time for Check-A-Day, and Travis goes...
It's check a day. It's the day that we check the day. Yeah.
I think we really should decide not to do that. And you were supposed to do something different every time, and it's not.
It's I need 2-4. So nope, can't do it.
No,
Can't do
it's not going to happen. So anyway, it's
I missed that.
yeah, me too.
Okay.
So here we go.
But what happened this day? In how many years ago, or just
Just any time in
any
history.
time? Okay.
Starting with the National Days of. And this is a really weird collection this week, I have to say. It's Invite an Alien to Live With You Day.
Oh,
So this might actually be a good one.
Wait a minute, I divorced mine.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to say, we've got Darren on later on, so he's
Okay.
all about aliens. So maybe we could just invite one to come live with us. We can do that.
Oh my God.
I'm not even sure what that is about.
Well,
We haven't got time.
Are you married?
No.
Because if you were married, you would know what it was all about.
Well, true. No, I got my green card the right way. On my merits.
Okay.
It's legal drinking age day.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I can drink.
Sometimes
some
these just
tea.
don't require explanation. It's National Be Someone Day. If you'd like to be someone, take your pick. It's National Junk Food Day. So today's the day you go out and get all your junk food because it's National Junk Food Day.
Okay.
Yes, if you wish. National Lamington Day. What is
Lamington. What is Lamington? I've not
that? I feel
heard
like I
that.
should know what that is.
It sounds English.
It does, doesn't it? Hello, Lamington here.
Okay, let me
I'm
see.
not. No, you know what? We're moving on. Somebody tell us what National Lamington Day is, will you? It's National Tug of War Tournament Day.
Tug of war.
Tug of war. So we could do that.
Okay.
Well, that is the original socially distant sport, really. Because
Oh, where? In England?
well, I mean, the tug of war.
Tugger.
You've got, oh no, because you're all together on one side, so that wouldn't be socially distant.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's
Tug of war. You know where you take a rope
I know, but I mean, you.
and you have to pull.
Okay, but the other part I don't understand.
Me neither. We've
Okay.
moved on. Speaking of which, it's Take a Monkey to Lunch Day.
Okay.
I'm not making this stuff up. It says so right there. I'm
It's
telling
quite
you.
weird, isn't it?
It is quite weird.
Well, no, that was a bad. I was going to say something, but that would be a bad joke, so I can't use that one.
Or not. There you
Okay.
go. We'll
Yeah.
reserve that one for after
yeah,
the show.
that was not good.
So what happened on this day in history? In 2011, STS-135 lands. Now, STS-135 was the very last space shuttle mission that landed, ending the space shuttle program. So that was 2011. In 1983, the lowest temperature ever measured on Earth was recorded. At Vostok Station, a Russian station on Antarctica, experienced the lowest temperatures ever measured in recorded human history. The temperatures fell to 128.6 degrees Fahrenheit. That's minus 128 degrees 0.6 Fahrenheit, or minus 89.2 degrees centigrade.
And where was this? In Russia, you said?
In Antarctica, yes, on a Russian
Up in there,
station.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've been to Russia, and it's quite. It gets very cold there.
It does.
I
It
was
does.
there. And you know, the women wear these very long, high heel shoes. The heels are like this high.
Oh yeah.
And I asked, why do they? Why, because it must be awfully hard for your back. And they said because of the snow, they can dig their heel into the snow. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That's like a fashionable way of fashionable snowshoes.
Yeah, totally. But I don't think I would like to do that.
No, did you go to Moscow?
No, we didn't get to Moscow. No, we didn't. And what did I do? I was also in where was I? What's the next place next to Russia?
Which
and
which direction?
I had my my gown exhibit over there.
Hmm.
And we were there when they had this bomb explode in the airport.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and we were there, but I told my band, I said, why don't we just take the train to this place where we were going, and they said okay. And when we left, that's when the bomb exploded in the airport.
Wow.
I mean, my band said, "Thank God you saved our life." Where was it?
Wow.
Where, St. Petersburg.
St.
I
Petersburg?
think
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, that's a beautiful
I could be
city.
wrong though. If you're listening, tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Pat, you know all the details. You can tell me.
Yeah, no, I really like Russia, and actually had
did too.
the only problem was coming back from Moscow.
Mm-hmm.
I was on a small plane flying back to the UK,
Ooh.
and the plane kind of just the door seal popped. Door didn't come off, but it got very cold and very noisy, and the pilot took
Ooh.
a nosedive.
Scary.
And we thought it was a nosedive, and it was actually leveling out because if
Mm-hmm.
the door had come off up there, that would have been bad. But down here, it's just cold. And then we had to make an
that's
emergency
scary.
landing in Finland. So that was my
Oh,
experience. of
Finland
coming-
is cold too. I spent some time
Finland.
there.
Oh yeah, I spent a month there.
It's very cold there.
It was a month too long.
And also, the sun. You don't see the sun for a long time, and like it stays dark
Right.
all day and all
Right.
whatever. And I remember it was like, wow, where is the sun?
Yeah. Well, although actually Amanda's Amanda, my business partner, her husband's Scottish, and his family is in it's kind of northern Scotland, a place called Goldspeed.
Scottish. Huh?
Yes. And
He
he
wears
sent
a kilt.
he has been known to.
Okay.
He has.
I'd
And he
like to
sent a
see that.
picture. He sent a picture.
Oh, but he's married though. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll be fine. But he sent a picture, or no, somebody sent a picture from his hometown. It was 11 p.m. at night, and it wasn't even dusk at 11 p.m. And also then it's light by 4 a.m. So I mean, they even have that in Scotland.
Yeah, that's not good because I think you lose your vitamin D, right? Because
Yeah.
no sun and that. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Well, and then there is one other day in history, which actually is a really big day in history. 1969,
Ooh, good year.
Neil Armstrong landed on the first man to step on the moon. Was today, 1969.
In fact, did Nixon talk with him? Was that the time Nixon spoke with the?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure he probably
right.
did. What
I
were
think
you doing in?
he had a green phone, Nixon, or something like
Did
that.
he? Oh,
Yeah, but anyway, what did I do in '69?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't tell you. But let me see. '69. Well, I was in two groups. I was in Diana Ross and the Supremes, and also we had started the new '70s Supremes. Yeah, so we were rehearsing with the '70s Supremes with Jean Terrell and Cindy Birdsong, and I was doing shows with Diana Ross with Cindy every night.
But that makes sense because if you have a job and you're looking for a new job, you don't actually leave the first job until you've secured the new job.
Right.
So you were just
exactly.
doing that.
Yes, right. But it was kind of weird. I was the Supreme. I was in two groups. It was like very odd.
I'm sure it was. Yeah. That must have felt sort of.
And then shortly after that, we were here in Vegas, and we had our final performance with Diana Ross at the Frontier Hotel.
Did you know it was the final performance?
Oh yeah, it was
So it
all
was
set up
publicised
because
as a
that's
big
when
thing.
Diana Ross was leaving.
All your
sorry.
fans are going to know this. I apologize for my ignorance on that point.
Well,
but-
a lot of the British fans, in fact, most of them are aware that what happened. Yeah, we had a big show at the Frontier, and we had people like, Marvin Gaye, Smokey Robinson.
Yeah.
All kind of people were there. So it was a wonderful time, and that's when Diane left the group.
Yeah.
And we started the new group in 1970. But we're talking about 1969. But I was saying that's how we ended.
There's quite a few pictures of you and Marvin Gaye out there. I mean, I've done the image search thing. There's a few.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he was a great guy, and all the girls at Motown loved him. All the girls around the world loved Marvin Gaye.
But
because
Marvin
he
Gaye,
was so-
I think Marvin Gaye had a bit of a thing for you. Though.
No. I was like his sister.
Do you notice I'm actually trying to see if I can get some information?
Okay, I'll give
Trying
you
to
some
get-
information.
Go on then.
We were in England,
Yes.
and he was living there. We're in London.
Right.
And he called. I was working or something, and he said, "Mary, come on over and spend some time with
I'd be sure
me
he
and
did.
Jan. His wife,
Oh,
Jan."
okay. All right.
And so you're funny. And so anyway, he said, "I have this new song, and I want you to listen to it to see if it's going to be good enough for me to put out." And guess what the song was? Sexual Healing.
Oh.
So he and I were lying on the floor, and Jane was with the children in the kitchen cooking, and he put Sexual Healing on, and I'm listening to it. I'm like, Marvin, that is fantastic. What do you mean? Will the people like it? They're gonna love it.
That's incredible.
And it's so that was the first
Wow.
time. Yeah, he let me hear it, and it was on a little cassette.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of young people don't know what a cassette is, right?
They can Google it.
Yeah, they can Google it.
And
That's what
trust
they
me,
have
there's
to
not
do.
many of those on our show.
I know.
We all know what cassettes are.
Yeah, I know. And so it's really great because I heard Sexual Healing, and
That's
I was before anyone else
fantastic.
heard it.
Wow.
That's one of my Marvin Gaye stories.
Wow. And I'm sure you've got many.
I have many. You should
So-
read my book. Dream Girl, My Life is a Supreme. It's in there.
As we should.
I think it should. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Now, and the other thing, I saw a lot of pictures of you like doing the whole Studio 54 thing as well.
Oh well, we won't go back there. Those were wild days.
You see how I just segued nicely into that little speaking of
I'm
excess.
telling wild days. I mean, and that's Studio 54. Everybody would go there. In fact, I was with what is it? Oh, I can't think of her name. Grace Jones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she and I had a lot of time there. I'd see her there all the time, and
Yeah.
just so many wonderful people were always there. That was, you know what? I miss those days.
You do?
They were so much fun. We had fun.
Yeah.
Okay, we really did. I mean, I wish people today could have fun when we were all closed in.
Did you ever see the documentary that was done on that on Netflix about Studio 54 and how it was shut
didn't.
down? You should watch that one. I mean,
Ooh.
you'd have known pretty
wow,
much.
I know I didn't see it. Okay.
Yeah, we'll dig it
but
up.
also Motown had a what do you call it? A documentary. There are lots of those things going around.
yeah.
I want to do one on the Supremes.
Well, you
A
should.
documentary. Actually, I want to do a Broadway show. Maybe I can come to the West End. How about that?
If it's still going. I mean,
well,
when
not
it gets
now.
going.
I mean, hey guys, all you guys in England, it's like in the UK, Europe. We all got to do something about this because I got to get back to work, honey. I mean, I want to come to London. It's my favorite place in the world.
I know you do.
Other than New York, though.
Yeah, New York is a fantastic place. But yeah, you love going to London and you always do the TV shows when you go over there. Last
Yeah.
time you're on Sky News, you're on Good Morning Britain.
All that stuff. Yeah.
What's the other? You did all the
There was
shows.
a guy. Oh my God! Don't ask me because I can't think. Oh my God, I can't think his name. But I loved being on his show. He was a cross dresser, and he had a TV show. You know his name? Pat. What is his name?
Oh, by the way, Pat says Ukraine.
Ukraine. Thank you, Pat. We were in Ukraine.
got
see,
you. She's
because
got
it's
you.
early in the morning. I normally don't get up this early. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you called me at 8 a.m. this morning and said, "Come on down to the studio," I was like, "Excuse me, I'm not even up yet. My makeup. I still don't have my makeup on. I need powder." But anyway, thanks, Pat. The Ukraine is where we were. Yes, that's
yes.
where we were. My gown exhibit.
And,
Yes.
and Sandy says that she went to Studio 54 as well back in the day. So
How old
pretty
are
well.
you, Sandy? I'm 76, so don't be afraid to say how old you are. So
She can
it's
tell you
okay.
that. Yeah.
It's okay. We have wisdom, all of us.
Indeed.
That's what we have.
Indeed, the things we can learn. No, it wasn't Danny LaRue, was it? What sort of year was this when you did that?
Did what?
The show with the cross-dresser.
Well, I shouldn't say cross-dresser. I don't know the
But in
politically.
drag. Who's in drag?
In drag, yeah. It was
That's
the UK.
Lily.
It was a
wasn't
guy, a wonderful show, and so he did my part. He sang the Supremes, and I did something else. Oh, he was great. He was dressed.
Yeah.
Oh, it was wonderful.
We're gonna have to look that one up. But it's got to be on Google somewhere.
Oh, Pat will tell us. She'll tell us in a minute.
Right,
yes.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what we're going to do? We're taking a little interlude right now, and I think we're going to go to Eve Dawes, and she's doing her BFF segment, which doesn't include booze this week, which is different. So I think she's making up for it and doing some exercise. And when we come back, we'll be having Darren Heyman in with us. So again, if you've got some questions for Darren, we're going to be asking him some interesting stuff on what's going on in all things immigration.
Well, you know why I want to ask him too, because it's been very humid here in Vegas.
Yes.
And it was very cloudy. And I came out, it was like, I was sweating. Well, I'm sweating now. But anyway,
Yes.
it was amazing. So I want to ask Darren about that. What's going on? Usually it's very dry in Vegas.
Yes.
There was a time here in Vegas when any dressing room you would go into, or the stars, Tom Jones, anybody, Nancy Wilson, Sammy Davis, everyone would have the humidifiers, and they were going because it was so dry
Yeah.
here. Now with everyone has moved to America, but everyone moved to Vegas too. We've all the trees and all the pools, and it's not as dry anymore.
This
but
is true.
the last 2 days, it's been let's ask them about that. Why
We
it's
will.
been very, very humid here.
So we'll be with the famous the weatherman.
Am I messing you up like that? Am I
Darren,
doing
you
this to you?
are.
I thought
You
I
are.
was.
We must be closer than 6 feet. Directly after BFM.
Good morning. So last week we were doing cocktails, so I thought we'd try and balance it out and do some fitness this week that you can do at home, no equipment needed, just make it super simple. We're going to do upper body this time. I'm going to do a series for you. We already did abs. I'm going to do upper body, kind of arms, back, core today, and then the next session we'll do legs, and then I'm going to put all of them together. So if you want to watch all three together and do the whole workout, it'll be about 15 minutes long at the most. I'll put it up on YouTube. You can do it once through, twice through, 3 times, whatever you feel like, or you can just sit here and watch me and have some tea. So let's start off with some plank taps. I'm going to do quite a lot of verbal cues this time for the people that are listening to the podcast, so they're not just kind of like listening to 3 minutes of music whilst I do this. So let's start with some plank taps. To make it easier, you can just make your feet position wider and that will give you more stability. So let's do this. So you're just going to keep the weight as central as you can, and then slowly tap shoulder to shoulder, keeping the core muscles tight. This is going to work your lats, your delts, your glutes where you're squeezing them down rather than having them up, your abs, your core, everything is going. So this is actually just a really nice exercise to get your whole body warmed up for this as well. Okay, second exercise we are going to do is push-ups. So you can vary these to whatever you want to work on most. If you want to do a diamond press, if you want to do narrow, if you want to do regular, you can totally make this your own. Obviously, to make it easier, you can drop down to your knees as well. So this is going to be great. Chest, core, pecs, back, triceps. Again, really, really good kind of overall body workout. The more muscles we can work, the more calories we can burn. Let's do it. You'll find it easier if you exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. So again, that modification on the knees would just be right here. So my shoulders, my wrists, hands are directly underneath my shoulders. My core is tight, my stomach's tucked in. And you can do as many as you want. You can do 12, 15, 20. You can do a timed version if you want to do 30 seconds, 60 seconds, you do you. Okay, third exercise, so we have 3 in this. It's going to be a forearm plank to a dolphin. So a really, really small movement. That's again going to get the cores going, delts, rhomboids, lats, and a little bit of quads too. So for this one, there's no more modification because it's actually quite an easy but effective exercise. So we're going to start in a forearm plank, booty down, and from here, we're just going to push back into a little dolphin, almost like a downward dog, but staying on the forearms. So squeeze the booty down, push into the forearms, and go up. So again, keeping the abs nice and tight, pushing through the forearms to get you into that back position. Using the breath. So inhale as you go down, exhale as you go up. Okay, moving on to the exercise number 4. It's going to be a Superman with arm extensions. So this is going to get the lats working, the lower back working. So starting on your stomach. Yep, take all the way down. Hands are going to start underneath your shoulders. You're just going to come up, extend your arms overhead, do like a lat pull down, squeeze the shoulders down, squeeze the elbows into your waist, the lower back down. Okay, last exercise, good overall body workout. We're going to get the heart rate going, do a little bit of cardio to this. Going to get the delts, hip abductors, glutes, core, everything's fired up. And you're going to start in a plank position. So it's your hands, wrists, under shoulders, onto your toes, and we're just going to jump in and out. This is your workout, so make it as easy, as difficult as you want. Go for as long, as short time as you want. Alright guys, that is my 5 exercises for you for the upper body today. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you all next week.
And there she was. All the exercises, and we did them here in the studio. But now, the weather with Darren Heyman.
Hello, welcome to Las Vegas.
It's hot.
I mean, it's hot, damn hot, real hot. Hot enough to take off your shorts and cook things in it. It's that hot. And actually, that's actually a good segue. That was from a movie, Good Morning Vietnam, with Robin Williams.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
So the National Invite an Alien to Live With You Day
Yes.
actually made reference to Mork and Mindy. It was...
Is that you actually know the background to that day?
So July 21st was Robin Williams' birthday.
Oh.
And so today was Robin Williams' birthday, and that's where we got it all.
Happy
you go.
birthday
Completely
to
useless
you.
knowledge.
Happy
Bless him.
birthday
He was a
to
star,
you.
wasn't
Yes,
he?
he was. Yes.
But, well, thank you for... Did you look that up, or did you actually know that? You looked it up. You had time over there.
I was just waiting in the wings so patiently.
You were. Well, welcome to the show, Darren.
great to be here,
And
as
so
always.
when you're not being a weatherman,
Yes.
allegedly you're an immigration attorney as well.
Yes. I do
Which
that
we all
on the
know.
side.
If you've watched this show, if you haven't watched this show before, you really are wondering what you're watching today. But you know, and if you have watched this show, you're probably doing the same thing. But at least you know that we roll with it, whatever it gets to be. But so today we wanted to have our good friend Darren back in for a little
great to be
immigration.
Yes, yes.
Immigration.
Lovely to meet you. Immigration
thank you.
slash
Immigration?
meteorology.
Yes.
So we're going to do a little bit of it all today.
Bit of everything.
It's
So
gonna be
how
a
you
lot of
like?
fun.
You're looking very sharp. You got the I
Thank
like
you.
the haircut, the thing going on. You got
The
new
thing,
look
if
going
you will,
on.
yes. Decided to go all British today. I'm top to bottom England.
Too much
pommy wear,
information.
if you will.
Too much
Pommy wear.
information.
Well, okay.
What wear?
Pommy wear.
Pommy wear.
Yeah.
If you will. I'm actually being very British today. I don't know if you can. Well, you will. Look,
Ah,
I've
okay.
actually got the
Ooh.
socks on.
So I know those socks. You got them from Primark.
They were a gift actually. So maybe
Okay.
whoever gave them to me.
So one thing whenever I go back to England is I always go to Primark because they have the best socks. All right, and that's one very English thing that I have. And I'm actually wearing them now, but they would be advertising, so I won't.
Which you just did. By the
I would never
way,
do that.
while we were on, Eve was on doing a thing. We did look it up, and it was the Paul O'Grady show,
Paul O'Grady, that's it.
and his alternate ego was Lily Savage.
Okay. See, I
So,
didn't. Yes. Paul
we had
O'Grady.
a couple people saying Kenny Everett, which would have been a good guess, but yes, Paul O'Grady.
Paul
no, he's-
O'Grady,
and
yeah.
you did a duet with him. didn't you?
Oh, it was wonderful. Yeah, it was
Oh.
wild. He's a wild guy. Yeah.
Oh, I bet he is.
I loved being on the show.
Excellent.
Loved
excellent.
it. Yes, yes.
So, Mr.
One-
Heyman.
And one last thing, since we're doing
Yes.
days, Lamington
Yes.
Day is a Australian sweet, delicate sweet,
Is it?
apparently.
Wow.
You looked that one up
I
as
have-
well.
of course I
We
have
have a
to.
researcher on our show.
Wow.
That's what I get paid the big bucks for.
Yes.
Yes.
He brings it back.
So what is it again?
It
What?
is an Australian delicate dessert.
Okay, because I just did an interview with an Australian radio yesterday. I wish I had known it. Then I could have pulled that set. Do you have
See,
any?
you should hire me to do research.
Okay, yeah. That's
Well, yeah,
I can't hire
exactly.
anyone right now. I'm not working.
Yeah.
I fortunately am.
So what's going on in the world of immigration?
World of immigration, nothing
Darren?
much.
Any good news? Big news?
I haven't heard any change in the world at all since I've last been here.
Great. Well, thanks for being with
It
us
was a
there,
pleasure, as always.
Darren. We're moving on to the next segment.
Well, can I ask Darren a question? Because
may
there,
ask
there
him a
was
question.
something about there is a wall that has been built. I think it was only
In the process thereof.
What they said is only 3 miles long, or something. You know about that one?
Yeah,
I'm
that's,
wondering
that's
what all that is.
They're still building it.
They're still building,
still
it,
building
but
it,
just 3 miles.
But no,
Where's the money
it's
coming from?
considerably more than that. Generally, I like to stay out of the political arena.
So do we.
When it comes
Yeah,
to
me
this.
too. But I like to ask questions. You know?
Fair enough. And yes, I like to change the subject.
Yes,
So,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Now,
that's
you-
okay. That's okay. You and
That's
Trump
all
and
good.
everybody else. Excuse me. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're
Okay.
good. Now, you spent so much time in the UK. Did you ever think
I-
of actually emigrating there? And because some did.
I actually lived there for quite a while, and my children went to school there. My 2 boys went to school in Windsor,
Oh yeah.
and my daughter went to school. I forgot which part of England, but they were there because I toured there for years.
Yeah.
And I had apartments all over London.
Yeah.
for about 8 years.
Because there was a few of the old Motown crew that ended up actually going to live
Well,
over there for real.
Edwin Starr.
Edwin Starr. He was such a great guy. We used to do
yeah.
gigs, like corporate gigs, and he would be on those.
Sure.
Loved it.
Did you do that when you were in your
in my thing?
Yeah,
the thing that these guys still don't know about, and
they
eventually
don't know about that. Oh, you've
they
been in the
don't.
closet. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Trust
see.
me, it's not Paul O'Grady stuff. One of these days.
It's kind of hard. I mean, you it's like you're inside a what is that? A robot kind of thing. I shouldn't say
One
it.
of these days, people.
I spilled too much information.
Spilled too much tea? One of these days, people, when you're ready for it, you shall learn.
They didn't know about it. Okay, good.
They will.
Yeah. But anyway,
and Phil Ruffin, who is it?
David
Ruffin. He lived in the UK.
David Ruffin, Edwin Starr. I did a show with Edwin Starr over there for years. We toured. It was called the Motown some Motown
That would
show.
make sense.
Pat will know it. Pat does know. I can't remember anything this morning.
And Barry White. He lived over there.
He didn't live there.
Well, he spent an awful lot of time
Well, we
there.
all did, because you see, they really like us over there.
We love our old school Motown.
Yeah,
we
especially
really do.
the northern. Yeah,
For sure.
Okay, yeah, good.
Yeah,
Am I okay? Can I go now, or do I stay on for?
You got to stay for the rest of the show. We're not letting you leave.
Oh, okay.
This is just guest segment. We're going to do the wrap up. Actually, you're going to do the wrap up to the show.
Okay. Did we ask Darren about the clouds? Why it's so cloudy here in? I know this is about Britain, but I mean.
But how does the immigration lawyer know about the weather? What's the?
Well, I thought he was a weatherman too.
Immigration, not.
Oh, okay.
Not migration. I'm guessing we're thinking birds migrating and the like.
Maybe migrating.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, okay.
But
migration.
I'm sure he'd love to answer
Okay.
that for you.
No, that's okay. That's
Because it's
okay.
hot. Damn hot.
It is
Real hot.
That's why I was thinking about it. That's a
right.
good segue. I was thinking
We're
about
getting
the
back
weather.
there.
Okay, good.
But yes, quickly, let me give obviously a lot's happened since I've last been here as far as travel in general, being able to visit both immigrant and non-immigrant visas. There have been executive orders basically trying to protect jobs in the United States from coming from abroad, and it's really messed up travel around the world.
Yeah,
right?
it
Not
is.
only into America. So there are a few things that have been going on. As far as tourists generally cannot come to the U.S. from the UK, but there are exceptions. So if you are the child or the spouse of a U.S. citizen, then you most certainly can come into the U.S. You can travel here. You just have to show evidence of that, and they should allow you in the country. There's a theoretical quarantine of 14 days once you enter from the UK, but that theory and practice tend to be very different. They have put us, while they're still doing immigrant visas, they have put a stop on many of them until the end of the year, especially work-related visas. If you haven't had a work-related visa before, then they are not going to issue a new one to you now. Again, the idea of protecting American jobs with our record unemployment over here. But if you have had a visa issued before Trump actually made the proclamations, they will still honor it and allow you to come into
Even
the
if
country.
it's expired. Like, we've got a lot of performers here in the shows that are now probably, some of them might be out of their visa.
So that's actually a brilliant segue, because I wanted to bring
Thank
that up
you.
and I completely forgot. It's like you do this for a living. So
I wish I did.
So a lot of Brits obviously are stuck here. They came in before all of this happened, don't know what to do. And so a couple of options there for people in that situation. The first is, if you came in on the visa waiver program, you can call the local Customs and Border Patrol office, which is usually an international terminal. And here in Vegas, it's at the Terminal 3 at Las Vegas Airport. And you can ask them to give you a 30-day extension until
That's
such
it, though?
time. And you can keep on asking for it every 30 days.
Okay.
If you actually came in on a visa and are here on a visa, you can file for an extension of status.
Yes.
And they are being very liberal with
that's
those,
good.
Which
That's
has
good.
been very good.
Yeah.
And so what will happen is you'll apply. It takes about 5 months for them to actually make a decision, and you are allowed to stay here legally while it's processing.
Gotcha.
Also, in the past, while they would not allow you to file for those if your status had already expired, now they are also giving more leeway. So if you have an expired status, you can actually still apply, and they're being very understanding right
Well,
now.
that's good. And just going back to your point about saying that children and spouses can come over, because this is actually something, even though I look at a lot of the groups, the British groups, and there's always lots of questions out there, because despite you'd think we would know what the parameters are of whether you can fly there, you can not fly there, and who can and who can't, it still seems pretty grey. There wasn't really a definitive line in the sand. But would that or could that extend to parents as well?
So the original proclamation said immediate family. So
that is
would
family,
be immediate
yeah.
family. However, the latest proclamation more specified children and spouses.
Okay.
However, the latest proclamation is more for immigrant visas rather than non-immigrant visas. So my recommendation would be to contact the airlines, ask them how they are interpreting it.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, this whole thing it's gray central.
Well, it is, but even if the airline says sure, that's great, and they come on over, and then they get to the checkpoint, and they might say no, they're wrong, and you can't exactly blame the airline at that point.
No, except the airline's going to have to okay it with the U.S. Travel authorities beforehand, as they would. So whenever anyone travels from Europe or anywhere in the world to the United States, they have to give their name and passport number in advance, and they do a whole background check on that person to make sure that they are kosher to be allowed into the country.
Ah, gotcha.
And so they will do that check then.
Right.
Now, if you're in Ireland, for instance, Dublin actually has a U.S. Immigration checkpoint in Dublin. So so that you don't have to do it once you actually land in the United States. Which is advantageous because then you'll know then and there whether or not you'll be allowed into the country.
Adds another leg to your trip, I suppose. But if you want to not go too far,
flight.
Yeah.
Right.
So So how long if someone's flying, how long should they start this process of getting all this information? Because obviously
I would do it before you buy the ticket.
Yeah.
So
before you spend the money on
and
the ticket.
Is it likely that will shift again? Like you say, you get the information, that's great, you go buy the ticket, and by the time you actually get to fly, is it that fluid that it could change? Or
it is. But unfortunately that's the case across the world right now.
Yeah.
I was hoping to go to the Bahamas next month, and that all changed yesterday. But again,
first world problems.
Yes, seriously, right?
Yeah.
Someone has to leave it. But yes, the airlines I've found have been very understanding as far as reimbursing and rescheduling tickets if necessary.
That's good.
And I say that waiting on 3 separate tickets to be refunded. And
I've heard that they will try to offer you different kind of options, such as vouchers and everything else, which apparently legally they can't do. They have to give you a refund. But if you book on a credit card, then you're fine anyway, because you can always cancel it out that way. I've listened to LBC. That's what we do. We find out all this information. We've got a couple of questions. Mick here says, so if I was able to go back to the if I was able to go back to the UK on my British passport, would I have to self-quarantine there?
In the UK,
if he goes on his British passport, I'm assuming he's probably got both.
So the general rule of thumb is you need to quarantine wherever you go. So you're allowed to go back on your British passport, no problem. They'll let you in, but they will ask you to self-quarantine when you're there.
What's the enforcement of that exactly?
What's the enforcement of any?
Do you promise?
Yeah, exactly. Especially in England.
Yeah.
Stop, or I'll say stop again.
Yeah, exactly. It was like our immigration policy from Europe. It's like, you are going to leave now, aren't you? Yes. Don't worry, we won't write your name down. Just as long as you say you will.
In.
Yep. And then David is asking, so what about applying for work visa?
L1A.
L1A.
So
with
a
US spouse.
Okay, so if it's a new L1A, David, it's going to be a bit of an issue. Though there could theoretically, if you are introducing new jobs to the U.S. and you're an executive, or more so the owner of the company who is an executive, rather than simply an essential worker, which would more be L1B. But and you can show the U.S. that you're going to be introducing new jobs. There is a carve-out for that.
Okay.
So but again, that's going to be the L1A process. First, you're going to have to do the I-129 here in the States either way. and you're going to have to file for that. And USCIS is still doing that. It might just take longer for the actual visa to be issued by the UK or by the US Embassy in the UK.
And now, if there are people that are already in process to whatever degree with their green cards right now, because we all know that's a long process, is that just? I mean, that just has to be still on pause.
So
right now.
it all depends at what point within the process you are. So here, if you're doing an adjustment of status and you're already in the United States and you're applying for the green card, things are still progressing, albeit slowly.
The machine has started back up now. The offices
The
are
machine
open.
actually never closed down.
Oh, okay.
USCIS has always been doing work in the background. They've done a great job. And thumbs up to them. They just haven't been able to meet people for interviews in person.
I noticed the building over here, which is the
on Badura.
Yes. What is that? That's where you
the
go.
USCIS office.
Yeah,
local
so you get
office
your
for Las
photograph
Vegas.
taken. And
exactly.
everything. I noticed that was open when I drove by the other day.
It has been open. It's been open now for over a month, but they've been doing almost exclusively citizenship stuff.
Ah, gotcha.
So citizenship interviews and actually doing, instead of at the federal courthouse, they're actually doing citizenship ceremonies at the USCIS building.
Oh, really?
Yes. So they have the judge on the camera and they're doing it that way.
Oh, right.
They're still trying to make as many people citizens as possible. So those have been the priorities, to make people citizens. But if you're waiting for your green card, especially if you're waiting for your interview for the green card, that is taking a longer time.
Okay. And speaking of citizenship, I mean, if you're thinking of applying at this point, is it worth going for it now and just knowing it's going to take as long, or is it worth waiting a little bit later and just until the backlog?
I would say apply now. Whatever bottlenecks there are in the process right now, hopefully will be cleared up sooner rather than later. The process, I'm assuming at this point, at least for Las Vegas, is going to be about a year. So the earlier,
really?
The earlier you apply, the better it's going to be.
Wow, that really is a lot longer than it usually was. Wasn't it like 3 to 4 months before?
It was about 5 to 6 months,
okay.
Most recently. But then COVID obviously threw that out.
And
of
I say
whack.
that out of personal interest because I just looked as we were in the BFF there, and as of the 16th,
you can apply.
As of last week, I can apply.
3 months before your 5 years.
Oh, wait. No, I think I can apply now. Well, no, you're right. Yes, the 3 months before the 5 years. That was because I think we talked about July last time. So, yes, as of the 16th. So I'm within my 3 months before the 5 years.
We're going to do it.
We are going to do it. And it's going to be a year?
Yeah, that's how long I would say.
I was hoping to vote.
Not going to happen.
All right.
Unfortunately, not going to happen.
All right.
But then again, you know what? You never know.
You never do.
The stranger things have happened. The biggest problem is
just drop my name. Just let them know who it is, and they'll fast.
So after I've heard about all this closet stuff, I'm not.
Yeah, that might go against me. Actually, speaking of things that might go against me,
Yes.
I always hear about these questions.
Okay.
The questionnaire.
The civics questions.
The civics questions
So-
that every and I haven't really looked on what
So
they
there are
should be.
100 questions.
But I think we should both try and see if we can answer some of these.
Oh, okay.
And I know, right? I'm not just putting myself on the hot seat here. You've got to be on there with me.
Okay.
So give us a couple of examples of what questions might be asked.
Okay, so as a part of the naturalization citizenship process, they give you 100 questions and answers beforehand, all right? And you are given a few months to study for them. And at the interview, they will ask you 10, and you have to get 6 of them correct.
Okay,
That's not too bad.
It's like a driving test, huh?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, maybe, exactly.
And this is one that, Mary, I know you will get.
Uh-oh. Oh, my God.
Name one of the 2 longest U.S. rivers.
The Mississippi.
Exactly.
I think I would have said that one.
Bravo.
Yeah. What about the Ohio? No.
The Missouri.
Missouri.
Would be the other
Okay,
one.
2 M's.
I was going to say the
2
Colorado.
M's, huh? Well, I
The
got
2
one.
I was going to say Mississippi or the Colorado, but I guess that doesn't-
Yeah.
that
Okay.
doesn't count.
But
All
that
right.
makes sense.
Okay, so 1 for 1 so far.
Oh,
So you can be an American so far.
Okay.
Yes, you can be an American. Well done.
Okay.
This is going to be another one that hopefully you'll be able to get. Name 2 states on the border with Canada.
Well, first of all, it's Michigan. Hey, and Illinois.
Very good.
Yeah. I mean, I was raised in Detroit, so
That's why I thought you
Yeah.
might be able to get
I
that
think I
one.
would have
But
gone.
do you know that as a kid, I never knew that Canada was another country.
Country.
I never knew it because we could go across the
Right
bridge.
through Windsor.
Yeah,
right?
go right across without passports or anything.
Right,
Now they
right.
check your eyes and nose and
Right.
all
Now
other
literally
things.
your nose, right? They stick
yeah, right.
I think I just said Washington.
Oh,
that
that was good.
qualifies, right?
Washington would have
All right,
qualified.
so
New
I'm-
York would have qualified.
That's true too. I think I could have figured that one out. All right,
you
we're
would
good.
hope.
All right,
But,
let's
you
go.
don't,
Keep
but
going.
you don't get a point though.
No, you. Well,
Okay.
I didn't know it was a speed. I didn't know it was a speed round. You're winning on both of
No,
them.
exactly.
yes.
Do we have a
me,
buzzer?
Okay.
All right.
So
Let's go for the third one.
right. Buzzer.
name one of the original Native American tribes.
What about the Apaches?
Apaches would work.
Oh, you.
How about you,
or me?
Ian?
Navajo.
Navajo.
The
would work.
Navajo.
All right.
Cherokee would have worked.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
Cherokee.
that's fine.
Because my friend Rita Coolidge, I believe she's a Cherokee heritage.
Oh, nice.
I
well,
believe.
look at that.
I could be
Very
wrong,
nice.
but I think so.
All right. So, all right, we'll have one more because then I'm going to
Okay.
feel confident that I'm going to actually pass this test.
Okay. So let's see. Can you name the president of the United States?
Oh,
Yes.
That is enough for this show for now.
can you name the next one?
Um,
Oh, that's really getting.
Yeah.
That's getting into it.
Yeah. See,
I don't
that
think
would be
anyone
interesting.
can at this point.
Right. Exactly.
right. Okay,
Exactly.
there you go. That's wonderful.
yes.
Thank
Well,
you.
that's great. That's great. So now, in terms, because I know somebody who's very interested about this whole parents thing.
Yes.
Coming over. So is there?
I actually put in a question right before we went on the air
Travis is pushing me. Apparently, I'm drifting.
to the U.S. Embassy in Singapore, and I hope to have an answer
Oh,
shortly.
well, fantastic.
So
This is
very
low battery. Sorry to interrupt you.
You're
no,
fine.
of course.
That's
Oh,
it,
close.
no,
it's all
but
good.
I do want to thank Mary very much for my mask.
Okay, you're quite welcome.
It actually does blend with the
It
suit
blends,
pretty
so
well.
you can
Actually, it's
keep
really
it.
nice.
You can
It
keep
does.
it. It does.
Look at
That's
that.
very
Great
kind
with
of
your,
you.
Your
I love
English
that.
outfit,
I like
your
this,
British
yeah.
I've got a
outfit.
bikini one here if you like.
The trikini. We were going to talk about the new trikinis.
You wanted to
I
talk
wanted
about
to
the
talk about the new
trikini. What is a
trikinis.
trikini,
So a
Darren?
trikini is now a bikini, if you will, with a matching mask.
Oh,
So
a
the same
trikini.
material, and so yes, this is the
That's-
new
It's the
It's the
normal.
new thing.
that's nice.
What do you think is going to happen with the whole immigration process and your entire scope of work in the next 2 years? Do you think it's going to really shift exponentially, or do you
We
think
have
it's
a
going to
few
settle back?
big things that are going to be happening probably within the next few months. The biggest
Yeah.
thing probably on the horizon is Trump had mentioned that he was going to have an executive order regarding Daca, the
Yes.
Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals.
Yep.
So that will open up the floodgates to a lot of people becoming legal in this country, hopefully, which would be wonderful. Immigrationally legal. As far as work, I think a lot of people are going to be back to work relatively quickly. I think our unemployment is dropping rather quickly. Our unemployment rate is coming back. It probably won't be at the 3-4% that it was before this craziness, but enough that he'll be able to reopen the country for foreign immigrants to be working here again.
But do you think that whatever the unemployment rate ends up being, that's going to exist for a little bit longer, do you think that will ultimately impact the mandate for amounts of people being able to come in? from
So
other
until
countries?
such time, so right now the mandate is until December 31st of this year,
Right.
to be reevaluated every 60 days. I think right about the end of the election, everything is now going to go back to normal. Doesn't matter.
Okay, well that's good to know, because there's a lot of people in the UK. I say a lot of people, but I'm sure there are people in the UK who probably want to get out of there as well. And it's never been an easy country to get to here, or wherever you're going around the world. Of course, there's always barriers to entry, quite literally. But I do wonder whether, with everything that's going on with this situation, whether that will just change the whole face of immigration.
I think the face of the world has changed rather dramatically, and
Yes. And the weather, which is the other area of expertise.
the
that
other
you have.
level, yes, of why it's so cloudy
Yes.
and windy right now and hot.
And-
Very, very
Yeah, I
hot.
want to ask you a question too about immigration in
Please.
terms of the camps that were there and the people who were held up there, the children, the families.
Yes.
In terms of COVID, 19, what's going on with that now? These people who were trying to get into, America and they were put in the camps. I mean,
So
what's happening
they
immigration-wise?
are. The U.S. Supreme Court found that they could be held on the Mexican side of the border.
So okay,
And
that's-
so there are camps on the Mexican side of the border. If at any point they want to leave the camps, they're more than welcome to.
but they're not here.
They're not here.
Okay,
For the
that's
most
what I
part,
was
they're not
wondering.
here.
Okay.
There are still a lot of people here. I have not heard horrendous rates of COVID being spread among the camps.
Good. That's what I was concerned
so,
about. Yes.
They've been very strict.
Good.
And
So
yeah.
they're taken care of. I mean, that's great.
I
to
will
hear.
say, having lived in many countries in the world, including Ukraine, ironically, as you were mentioning before, the U.S. has done a phenomenal job of taking
Great.
care of its people.
Okay. Because you hear about
foreigners.
all of this and you wonder. Now you no longer hear about what's going on because of the COVID thing. But I was wondering what's happening to these people, these children, the families who are kept in
Yeah,
the
no,
tra-
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay,
for sure,
great.
yeah.
Thank you for
Well,
Of course.
answering.
Darren,
Yeah.
thank you as always for
Always a
being on the
pleasure.
show. I think between the two of you, you've kind of got the most highest viewed episodes that we have on our shows. And actually, we're going to be coming up for a 1 year anniversary. And what show number is this, Travis?
It is 45.
It's 45.
Wow.
So yeah, a good 7 weeks, and we'll be doing a big 1 year special.
Brilliant.
Yeah, which will be good.
I can't wait
And
to
so
watch it.
We'll have to have everybody on somehow.
Oh, sort of like the final Seinfeld episode.
Yeah, you mean it'll just be weird and inconclusive? Yeah.
But hopefully yours will be
Kind of
funny.
like this episode, really weird and inconclusive, really. But no, I think. But thank you for being with us. And of course, you are. The company is the Heyman Law Group.
Yes.
And you've got the
Greencardadvice.com.
best website for your business ever, greencardadvice.com. So make sure you go and check out Darren's website. And if you've got any questions, he'd be happy to hear them from wherever you are. You don't actually have to be
Yes.
here in Las Vegas. You say a good percentage of your
About
clients.
30% of my clients I never actually meet
Yep.
in person.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
no, it's I love what I do. I
Yeah.
love what I do.
And we love what you do, which is why we always like to have you back.
Thank you. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you need me, I'm here.
Love it.
All right.
Love it.
Mary, it was a pleasure.
Thank you, Darren. And
Thank
you can
you.
have the mask.
Oh,
It
thank you
matches
so
that
much.
suit.
It does.
Look, he was
rather
taking
well.
it anyway.
I know.
He-
I know.
I think you did it for the show, but he actually took it seriously.
yes,
so you've lost it.
That's
That's
okay.
it.
What
no,
mask?
I'm
Right, exactly.
I'm a very
exactly.
giving person.
You
so,
are
know,
indeed,
know.
and you are giving of your time as you have done today for me.
I hope I was okay. I
You
hope
are
I didn't mess
amazing.
up
These
your
guys- I mean,
program. You know.
You could never. It just makes it more of an adventure.
But I don't know. But my tea got cold.
Yeah,
Next
it did a
time I
bit.
come, you must have some clotted cream.
I will. We're
Thank you.
very much under. Amanda was out at a meeting today, and then Sam.
Yes.
She's going to be.
I know. I hope she gets well.
Yeah,
very
she's going to be.
soon.
She's going to be
Yes.
back here very soon. But
Okay.
are you running, Darren?
I do. I unfortunately have a client 5 minutes ago.
Oh well, great.
Okay.
Thanks, Darren.
Nice meeting
He's
you,
leaving.
Darren.
And
Thank
we,
you.
it's probably the time that we should leave because we've actually made a whole show out of this. We actually got
Cool.
away with it,
Oh, cool.
which is great.
Well, but no, this is the way things should happen. I mean, it should be spontaneous and
Oh,
all
yeah.
this kind of. When it's
Absolutely.
all like what's going to happen next, it's boring.
no, I know.
So I hope I wasn't too.
You are.
I
You're
didn't
always
o-
amazing.
I didn't
You know
overtake
that.
too much.
Not at all.
Okay.
And just to mention, you are. One of the things you're doing right now is your cameos.
Cameo.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting.
Yes, I mean, the guy just said he's getting married, and he wanted me to, send a little cameo.
Yeah.
And I said, "Hi, John. I hear that you're getting married, and your fiance is from China, and I hope you guys have many, many, many years together. Bye."
That's basically what it is.
That's all I do. But I have to put my makeup on.
Yes.
And so I have to do that on a Monday
Yeah.
because I don't put makeup on any other day
It's
than
all
Mondays.
Monday.
But see,
But-
today you called me, and that's why I
did.
was
Well, no,
half
but you're
made
in the
up.
studio next. What are you doing next in here? You're doing
Next,
something
what am
in
I
here.
doing? Oh, yes, I had the girl group show on Sirius Radio. I don't know, XM. I don't know if people
It's
around the
60s.
world.
It's 60s on 6. So
Yes.
it's actually channel 6 on XM radio.
Yes. So I don't know if people around, all around the world receive it
I think
online.
so.
They can stream it all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that. Then I'm also I'm very excited about a Sinatra Sirius XM show
Oh,
coming up. I'm
nice.
putting that together today.
Oh, that's what we're doing today?
That's one of the things I'm doing today.
Okay.
I didn't tell you, but I'm throwing a surprise to you like you did to me. But the other thing
You can
is,
pretty much ask for anything you want
yeah,
at this
right.
point.
And the other thing is for a bank. It's one of those virtual videos for HSBC.
Yes.
I'm taping that here with you today.
All right.
I'm not taping. I'm rehearsing for it today.
And then we're filming that
On the
next week? or-
26th, I
26th.
think,
All
and
right.
it's for all of their customers at
Yeah, yeah.
HSBC. So
Very
I'm
good,
doing that.
very good.
Yeah. So
Well,
I'm so
you're
busy.
always busy. You're
I
always
know,
busy.
but I mean, I don't work. All my friends. I mean,
Even when you're not working, you're busy.
that's what I mean. I'm so busy. I mean, I want to get home and take the makeup off and just lay back, but I can't. I want to get a tan like Darren.
He's
Did you
doing
see
well
him?
with one,
Where
isn't he?
where
I
did he
know.
do that? He looks good.
I
too.
know.
Is he British?
He was.
He was.
Yes. Well, he was brought up in the UK. He went to school in the UK, but he's lived in many countries.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay.
So he
Yeah.
sort of qualifies.
No, I'm just, it's just wonderful. I mean, I enjoyed the show, and I hope that. But where did the name "Spill the Tea" come from?
Well, we were throwing some ideas around,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to think where it came up from. Actually, I think
So
it was
you
just,
guys made it up, or
Oh,
is
yeah.
it a
Well, no, actually,
name that people use in England,
yeah.
British people?
No.
Spill the
I think
tea.
it's actually, believe it or not, it's one of those things that became more of a kind of a more recent thing, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Because it's supposed to be spill the beans.
Well, see, I thought it was "Spill the Wine." You know that song.
You should never spill the wine, Mary.
I
That's
know
just
you
that's,
should always drink it.
Yeah.
But that's what when I think of the show, I think of that
that's a song.
I
don't even know that song.
Spill is something like that.
Oh, okay.
Somebody has out there to tell me it's an old song.
But to spill the tea is to basically like spill the beans. It's to give you the gossip. Well, no, wait. To spill, that's a spill. But apparently, if you
mean,
sip the tea, that's you're kind of creating the gossip. I think is what.
Oh, so that's what it means.
It
It's more
sort
like
of
spill
is.
to
Yeah.
tell me something. Tell me more.
Yeah,
Tell me more.
exactly.
That's a song too.
So
Oh, that's a girl group. Who
we're
did
out
that?
here
Okay.
to
Okay,
spill
sorry.
the tea on everything.
That's what
that
it
we
is.
do.
So that's what I wanted to find out.
It
What
was a
did
loose
it mean?
connection. It was a loose connection. But
Okay. Talk about something.
Yeah.
Tell me something.
Tell me something good. Now
Yeah.
there's
tell
a
me
song.
something. Yeah.
Exactly.
See, my granddaughter asked me. She said, "Grandma," she says, "why is every time I say something you start singing?" I'm like, "That's where songs come from.
Exactly.
People don't realize that songs come
Do you
from
find that in
sayings."
conversation? Sometimes people will say something and you're
I
like,
start
I
singing.
can't. Yeah.
Guess what? Darren said something about stop, and I started saying stop in the name of love, but I didn't say it because you said he was what is the immigrational guy,
Yes.
so I didn't want to butt in on something serious. But that's why
No, you
in my
could-
mind I wanted to say stop in the name of love.
If you'd have done
before
that,
you
he would have.
break my heart.
I mean, come on. I mean, people. I mean, we've got a supreme in the building. If you'd have interrupted him with that, that would have been the story of his day.
but I didn't. Yeah, but I thought I would be out of place because I'm really quite silly. See, at 76. In my mind, I'm still 16.
You are still rocking it.
I'm
out.
still 16.
Yeah, well, of course, and as you should be, right? That's how we keep it going.
People should be, especially during this COVID-19. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I feel that there's a silver lining in everything.
Yeah.
And that okay, we got to be quarantined and we got to have the masks, the 6 feet distancing, and all those kind of things. The world has shut down.
Right.
So you need to find something in life and stop to smell the roses, right?
Right,
Stop to smell the
absolutely.
roses and enjoy this time because we all need to stop and kind of reflect.
We do.
Reflections of the way life. I don't know.
There's another song. See,
There's
it's
another
all about.
song.
I love it. I love it. I do it in my mind usually when people are talking.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, humming along.
We're both silly. Okay.
So, would you like to wrap up the show today?
Oh, I don't know how. Yes, I can.
Neither do I. We just kind of
Okay.
make it.
Okay,
all
sure.
that's going to happen. I'm not sure if we're going to hear it, but we'll start to hear the. You hear that? And then just wrap it
I
up.
don't hear anything.
We just wrap up the
I don't
show.
have my earphones on. You
All
have
right, I'll do it
earphones.
then instead.
What is it?
So we're pretty much done. Spill the tea. See you next week. Get well, Sam.
Yeah, stop.